Kris Cleave is at Reagan National Airport in Arlington, Virginia. Kris, what are the airlines saying about the push for regulation on seat sizes?
Well, the trade association that represents the airlines says that the seats are safe and that the FAA should not mandate the size of the seats, that should be left up to the marketplace and the consumer to decide. And an interesting point here, some of those super low fare carriers that have the least amount of space, including about 28 inches in a seat that doesn't recline, those are some of the most profitable airlines in the business. But I want to put this in perspective for you. This is about 35 inches, the space between these two bags. This is what the standard used to be. And as airlines have added more rows of seats to planes, the space between the rows has shrunk in some cases by 4 inches and in others by 6 inches. So when we talk about 28 inches of space between seats, this is about the distance we're talking about.
You know, when you travel at this time of year, they always say, I know it's a cliche, but you have to pack your patience. I'm wondering how the increased security is affecting travel time at this time of year.
Well, so as of about 9 this morning, there were no significant delays at airports, flights operating for the most part on time, only a handful of cancellations, a small number of delays. So even though there are some weather issues over the Rockies, that appears to not be disrupting things so far. And I can tell you the checkpoints here have been busy, but have been moving. So, you know, there was a conscious effort on the part of the TSA to be cognizant of the fact that there are a lot of people flying and trying to expedite those lines as much as they can while still paying close attention to security. But you know, they are recommending you get to the airport extra early, add an extra half hour if you can, just in case there is a backup, because there are going to be a lot of people traveling today, this weekend, particularly Sunday and Monday.
Kris, with gas prices averaging just over $2 a gallon nationally, does it look like more people will be on the road rather than in the air this year?
So we know that more people are going to be driving, and traditionally the bulk of the people who go somewhere for Thanksgiving are driving there. About 89% of the people that will be on the roads, more than 46 million folks, will be doing that by driving. That said, even though gas prices are lower, you are seeing the forecast that more people will fly this Thanksgiving season than last year. So airfares have come down a bit compared to last year. And if you've got to go further than, you know, that 50, 60 miles where people typically drive, folks are still flying. But the vast majority of the people that commute for Thanksgiving are driving. And I was talking to AAA this morning. They said one thing that's interesting, they are seeing increasingly that the Tuesday before Thanksgiving is busier on the roads than Wednesday sometimes. And they think that might be because people have sort of learned that, you know, Wednesday is a tough day to drive, so they're trying to leave earlier. And as more people leave earlier, you get more traffic on Tuesday as well as Wednesday.
Kris Cleave, you got your bags packed. You look like you're ready to take off yourself. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all packed, but nowhere to go.